Right, hello. So yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these. And that's mainly because life gets in the way. So this one I thought would be quite interesting, and I'll do a little video on it because yeah, I don't think I've done one of these before, on video at least. Anyway, so we've got this OLED, and overall nice condition, everything's good about it. But there's one major flaw with this OLED, and that is it can't connect to any networks. The Wi-Fi chip just does not work. So the first thing we're going to do to it is we're going to fix its Wi-Fi, and then afterwards we're probably going to install a little mod chip in it while we're at it. So I'm just going to gather apart. I can never remember what screws on the OLED. It's one of those weird ones. I think it's those two. And I think one side needs the top one, but we'll worry about that after. We'll get the rest of it apart. I'm even half prepared for this video, which I'm not normally. So we'll see how we get on. Oh. But we do have to, we'll give the little Wi-Fi IC a little reflow first and just give it a quick test, but I doubt that will work, never does. And then after that, we'll grab a donor chip, reball it, and we'll throw it on here if we have to. So but yeah, it's been a while, and I've not seen an OLED with Wi-Fi failure. I've seen lots of other switches with Wi-Fi failure. I haven't seen an OLED with it yet. Okay, this one needs to come out. Yep, that's looking better. Okay, that's that side. What's this side like? I'll take that top one out. There we go. Not the easiest thing to get off the OLED back. It's kind of a bit of a pain. Doesn't always want to come. There we go. Yeah, no damage. Good. So we'll pop that out of the way for the moment. And we'll just get rid of the rest of it. I'm going to just turn this light down a bit. So yeah, we'll just break this down and see what we're working with. Okay, so that's that section out. And we can just pop this now. We've got to take this little sticker off. I'll pop it there for now. Okay. Yeah, this bit's a bit boring. Just getting it apart. But we'll get into the interesting bits. Yeah, no. And there we go. That's our OLED stripped down. So let's have a little look. First things first, I'm going to come in and I'll show you what we're working with. Okay. So that's our Wi-Fi chip, little glass chip, tiny little thing. For reference, like here's a pinky. But yeah, really small chip. If I show you this one here, it's glass. So we know it's not working, and I think the first thing we're going to do, just to in case the switch was like dropped or something, and I don't know, or there's a cold solder joint, we'll just give it a quick little reflow. But I doubt this is going to work. But we'll give it a go. And if not, we'll grab a donor and we will we'll sort it out. Okay. Right, there you go. Got a little bit of movement out of it. A little bit of coffee. Okay. So let's pop it back in the case. So on the OLED, all you need attached is the digitizer, an LCD ribbon, and that's it. But you do need a power supply, which I haven't got. So give me 1 second. All right, so let's power it up. New error. That'll be a Wi-Fi error. Okay, so we're going to have to remove that Wi-Fi IC. She's not good. And we'll grab one off of a donor, pop it on there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Chips off. And we do need a little bit of a wick. And I thought I was organised, but I'm not. So in my box of goodies somewhere is a load of wick. You just got to find it. There it is. Cool. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, so yeah, I'm just kind of wicking around this, and I just done a load off there without really showing you what I was doing. I'm using quite a big iron tip. I should probably change it, but we're in it now. So we're going for it. A couple of bits up the top there. Oh, it's really quite difficult to keep showing you, but there we go. We'll just give this a quick clean up and see how it looks. And then we shall prep a chip. What we got? Looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad. One last little clean up. I just want to get that top right, top left even. Pad. Make sure that's nicely width. And then maybe just a couple over that side. Okay. All right. So, I mean, the oscillator looks good, but if we get no joy out of it, we'll change that. So, everything here now looks ready for a new chip. So now we need to get a chip. So what we got? I got this board. I'll try and show you over here. It's just a board that I've stolen loads of bits from. So like, I mean, by surprise that it's still got M92 on it without a CPU. So, but we'll take this Wi-Fi IC. we'll steal that. We'll just give a little bit of this. We're going to try not to. Let's have a look in here. Or we would try and have a look in there if it wasn't like jammed down, which probably means it's had flux in it. Let's have a look. Can we lift it? Oh, there's a bent pin in it anyway, so we don't care. Oh no, there's not. Okay, that's good. That's fine. It works now as well. Okay, cool. So, without burning that connector then, so I was talking about this connector, the LCD connector. Always handy having them. People bend the pins in them, taking them apart. So the aim here then is to get this Wi-Fi chip off without burning this connector. So that's what we're going to do. Try and get it a bit more in view. A bit of flux on top. Okay, I'm going to move it where it's more comfortable. I'll bring you over. There we go. Okay. Taking a bit longer. Doesn't want to come off. Not yet anyway. Oh, here we go. Messed up the board a bit on that one, but as I say, it's a donor board, don't care. I can still steal parts from it. Just knocked a few caps, never mind. So this is what we were after, this chip. But now look, we've messed it up. So first things first, we need to, and I bought a little bit of tissue out to show you. Okay. So with this chip, we're going to want to reball it. So first of all, we don't know whether this chip works. As I say, it's just off of the donor, so we have no idea. Might do, might not. I mean, likelihood is it probably will. Right, so we want to leave a few balls on. So you can see some of these balls, there's already kind of balls there. We'll come in a bit closer. So what we want to make sure is that there's no bridges or anything like that, which there doesn't appear to be. And I want a few balls left on so that I can line it up. So I will clear most of this. Just get rid of most of the stuff. Most of it up there. Cool. Now I want to clean up the chip, which I'm gonna do. just to get any muck out. Cool. Alright. Now, I'm going to find my stencil. And just need to check how clean my stencil is. My stencil looks pretty good. So next thing we need is a tiny bit of flux, like that. And we're just going to rub that into the chip a bit. Okay, that looks good. And then with the chip the right way around, which is that way there, we need to put our stencil on. So with this, I just tend to, get it until it's about lined up. Push the stencil down onto the chip, and how does that look? Okay, this one down here doesn't look great. We're just going to take the chip off real quick and have a look at it. So yeah, that one's got a little bit of muck over it here. Need to get rid of that muck. Okay, that looks better. So we go again. I think that's it. There's still a bit of muck on that one, which I'm not overly happy about, but was that just a dull fourth one up? Why can't I see it here? It's in the stencil. That's right. So just need to clean the stencil a little. Cool. That should do it. Now I can still see it. That's better. Okay, so let's try again. Back with the stencil. It is here. Oh, that's much better. Much better. There's a little bit of muck on this one down here now, but that's okay. So there we go. That's kind of our setup. Now, let me move this down a bit so I can show you. I've got a sheet of tissue paper, holds the chip in place, right? And then left a couple of balls on around the edges to kind of keep it in place. And now all we need to do is we've got to do this kind of in a fairly nice swift movement without trying to keep pressure on the chip all the time. So we've got our chip there and some paste, and we're just going to start spreading this in. Okay, so with that done, I'm just keeping pressure on the whole time and trying to get the other tip on my hot air station. And I'm setting the station at 320. And hopefully this will go nice and smooth. So we just, what I really need is that to be a bit higher, but never mind. Coming in. And we're just going to let it kind of sit for a second. Okay, should be enough. Looking pretty good. Some of the ones down here look dull because they're the original balls. So there's some that are going to have slightly different heat, but that doesn't matter. So now what we need to do is get in under the chip, get it off the stencil. Hopefully all the balls come away nicely with it and none are left in the stencil. So let's have a look at the stencil. Looks good. And let's have a look at the chip. Looks good. There's our reballed chip. Oh. So let's clean her up. Cool. Excellent. Okay, so I went to show you when I took it off, I said I needed to do it without burning this connector. And there we go. Connector's still good. There's no burning going on. Still a good connector. So that was good. It was a mess we left behind. But cool. So now we've already taken the one off the OLED and cleaned it up. So, I mean, that's looking pretty good. That's looking like it's ready to accept a new chip to me. So with the chip, one corner of it has got a cutout, right? So I'll show you. Down here, you see you've got a little L shape on that corner and nothing else has. Well, that L shape meets up with this L shape up here. Now, these are difficult to get right, and I don't have a spare OLED board sitting there where I can look at how the chip looks. So what we're going to have to go with is we're going to have to kind of, I don't know, see, I'm tempted to just tiny bit of flux on the bottom, and I'm going to just kind of rub that into the board. I don't want it to float the chip. I just want it to kind of keep it in place. And then with the chip, you'll see. Let's get rid of that. There we go. It goes. Stay. Okay. Kind of goes up here, and you see where this dot is. The very corner of this chip's got to be touching that dot. Well, or almost touching that dot. So goes up, like that, and then this side needs to be up, up, and then it needs to come, oh, there we go. So that's kind of where it should be. Now, the difficulty, like with anything, is keeping it there. So, it's time. It's all lined up. I'm just going to come in with the station, but I want to take the tip off that I used for the reballing and get the temperature up a bit. Okay. So, we're going to go, I mean, don't want to melt anything. Want to keep it so that you guys can see. So let's just go in and give it some heat. So say keep the air moving all the time. And the idea here is just to get it to stick. And then we'll come in. Okay, things are starting to lighten up there. I've seen some little tiny shifts from it, which I don't know whether you would have been able to see. I'm going to just let it cool for a second and see if we can still move it. Which we can't. Right, okay, that's good. So, next thing we need to do is, got a little bit of a burn on this sticker. Get rid of that. Okay. So what we now need to do is give it a little. Get rid of that on the corner, on the edge. Oh, hopefully I've not damaged that chip. We'll see. We'll see. It does look like a little nick. But it could just be. Alright, I don't know whether that's going to stop it from working. We'll see in a moment. I can always reball another. I don't know whether that was already there or whether I did that. Who knows? Very possibly I did that. So we're just going to get some flux down. And then we're going to, as I said, these little glass chips, proper fragile. Even holding them too much with a tweezer. Okay, we're good. We are good. Need to just let it cool. It's all in place. So we will see if she Wi-Fi's. Yeah, if we have to reball another, we'll reball another. Probably skip that out of the video. Don't need to necessarily show. Cleaning it all up again. Reballing another one. Okay. Does she Wi-Fi? That is the question. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. And plug her in. Does she turn on first? Yes, she does. Does she Wi-Fi? Do you Wi-Fi? Internet settings. Searching. Yes, yes, she does Wi-Fi. Okay, bear with me a second. And there we have it. There she Wi-Fi, as you see. So that there is fixing the Wi-Fi on a Nintendo Switch OLED. And I think I'm gonna stop that one because, like, time-wise, it's good. 43 minutes, fix a Wi-Fi, and then I'll come back later and I'll do the install of this. So yeah, until next time.